Hey, it's Deep here. Say you're a creative recruiter with a leading media agency, and you have been tasked with finding creative directors in North America who have experience working in the healthcare, beauty, or skincare industry. Now, this would generally take you weeks to build a list of qualifying candidates, find their portfolio online, and evaluate if they have the relevant industry or brand experience. So in this video, I'm going to showcase how you can use AI to cut to the chase, use it to your advantage to not just build or find a list of qualifying candidates, but also their portfolios online and evaluate if they have the relevant experience. So this is what the detailed workflow would look like. I'm going to spare you the details, but please feel free to pause the video and have a look. And I'll walk you through the steps on how I went about building this entire flow now. Let's dive in. First, we'll build the ideal companies list, then find talent, and there are three ways of doing it. You definitely might run into challenges if you were to look up for a build a company list first and then try to find people in it, but I'll walk you through the other options that can be explored as well. Then finding the creative portfolios online and being able to evaluate if a candidate or a talent is having relevant experience in skincare and beauty in this case. And then personalize the entire messaging and reach out to them through LinkedIn or email or whatever channel works the best in our case. Additionally, we can also there I went through the job description and realized there are other details as well, as you would expect, in terms of the years of experience and some of the other skills that you might be looking for. And all this hooks up with the CRM, so you should be able to look up in the CRM and being able to add or modify details in the CRM. So there are three ways of building a list. One, you can use a platform like ocean.io and build a list of companies that are similar looking to your company. Else, you can use Sales Navigator and make a list of key accounts and use that as a reference to look up for or find candidates or potential talent in those accounts. And third, you can use SalesQL to actually get through all the profiles that you would like in a particular geo and then try to build a qualified list within Clay itself. If I were to build a list, I would most likely go the route of ocean.io and then build a company list within Clay. Get in Sales Navigator, find all the creative directors in the specific geo you're looking at, be it New York or US or whatever your location criteria is. And then I would reference lookup, like something I did in my other exercises, other Clay tables, where you can look up into the other table and see if a person works in that company or no, and then accordingly just filter out, build a more qualified curated list of candidates. But for this exercise, I have gone through the sales QL route where I downloaded a whole bunch of creative directors and just pulled them in a Clay table. So I'll just walk you through my thinking on how we can move to the next steps once we have the list ready from here. Let's make a Claygent to find online portfolio for the specific talent that we're looking for in this list. Then there is a verification step here to ensure that portfolio that has been pulled in references to the correct person. Whole bunch of steps in between to make that verification happen, and it's verified. You can see a verified, not sure, unverified. Then another, Clay agent to pull portfolio for the ones that unverified, not sure, or unverified, or did not return results in the first attempt, and so on. Again, another verification level here. We finally consolidate all the verified portfolios that we have, then look for the industries that they've worked in. So, for example, here, looking at Danny in the first row, and this is Danny's website, and he probably has a whole bunch of work displayed here, and it's a verified profile. So, I'm pretty sure the LinkedIn URL that they might have shared somewhere here or their email would have matched with the candidate here. Similarly, let's look at another one, Jessica Wong. So this is Jessica Wong, and she has a LinkedIn here. And let's see if her actual LinkedIn matches with the same. For some of them, it might not. For Jessica, it does. But the URLs get dated on the portfolio at times if it's not regularly updated. But we have multiple criteria to check to ensure that the verification here is returned or referenced to the right person. So once that is done, I mean, we are able to figure out the industries that they have highlighted or worked in, and we then have a profile score accordingly to match with the requirements. In this case, I have a match. I've probably taken health, skincare, and one more category. I don't know why it's just taking time. Yeah, beauty, health, and skincare. And you can mold this as per your requirements. And the ones that you find here, then the final score is arrived at, and you can accordingly you can have now three routes here. So one, we have AI shortlisted profiles, which is these profiles. These should be good to go. But if someone wants to check, they can definitely check here. And we're able to create an opening line like personalization based on the summary here. Summary from the portfolio that we think is verified and relevant or corresponding to the person. So these are the opening lines that have been generated. Strategic innovation in the portfolio, particularly a recent campaign for Lush Cosmetics, is breathtaking. So yeah, I mean, personalization is easy, nothing crazy there. And then obviously you'll have all this can go into Smart Lead or Limblist or La Growth Machine or whatever. Based on our requirements, we can definitely add it to a sequencing tool. This is what the email would look like. Not the best copy, but this is just to give you a sense of what is possible here. And then during the there's another view here, which is recruiter review. So this, I would say, probably the team could use something like manually shortlisting the ones where the portfolio exists, but the AI returned that they're probably not a good fit from an industry perspective. These are again verified portfolios, but you can manually check in here. So once this is checked, it would again, I think, oh, interesting. Yeah. So yeah, things like this will need to be fixed and it needs some iteration. But you can manually check the profiles here. And once that is done, the idea is that again, a personalized outreach campaign can be set in motion here. Yeah, I mean, I also came across a lot of profiles which have PDF format resumes or portfolios. So that is where you would need to, you can probably, we can build a tool like this I built, where, for example, this is a profile. For example, she's working in the creative industry in Minneapolis. So we take her PDF link here, and this can again be integrated into Clay using HTTP API enrichment. So once we use this, you'll this tool, it is able to evaluate and give you the answer of what is the industry that this person has worked in. So it's able to read the PDF in a way and return the output. Also, if you want to go further, we can build a creative recruiter tool, which is essentially a recruiter with AI capabilities, which will help you evaluate the details of a particular LinkedIn profile based on the job description. And further going down into how many years of experience do you need, some of the soft skills and the role specific skills you're looking for. So in this case, for example, for Jessica is, I would think, let's see here. This is Jessica Wong. And I've just added a profile here from the Clay table itself.
But these are all the steps that it would follow, right? We'll be able to classify the profile into, evaluate the profile based on some of these headers, parameters that we need, and you will get these as output. Role categories: creative director. These are her skills as evaluated from a profile, and these are the soft skills, years of experience, and so on. And the good thing here is we can build your own knowledge base and make it smarter with time without having to change the clay tables. So it acts as an external brain or an external agent of sorts, which will keep getting smarter with more information you add and feed it with. And yeah, then all of this can be hooked to, your CRM, HTTPS, using webhooks or HTTP API connections. And that's how we would go about building this entire flow. Let me know what questions you have for me. Would love to learn more, and see what other pointers do you think I missed out on and should be incorporated in this.